Sean Kingston and his mom, Janice, she's 62, was found guilty on all charges in their luxury fraud scheme trial.
Bless up everyone and welcome back. Today we're talking about Sean Kingston and his mother, Mama Kingston, Janice Turner, and their recent guilty verdict for fraud. It's a big deal, but when you look close at it and look at Janice Turner's past, it makes you wonder if she played a bigger part in getting Sean in all this kind of mindset. But let's talk about it. Singer Sean Kingston and his mom, Janice Turner, were found guilty of fraud last week. They cheated businesses out of a lot of money, over $1 million, by promising to pay for fancy stuff and expensive jewelry, but never actually doing it.
According to local reports, local TV stations there, when this verdict is read, Sean Kingston is crying. And as his mom is being taken away, he yells, quote, "Protect my mother."
But here is something important. This isn't the first time Janice Turner has been in trouble for that same kind of thing. Years ago, when Sean Kingston was just a teenager, his mom was found guilty of stealing money through bad checks. She was also sentenced to prison.
Let's talk about his mom a bit too, because obviously she's involved in all of this. And what was interesting to me is that she had been convicted and served time a couple of decades ago for something somewhat similar.
It is also important to note that his mom was released from prison the same year that he would have released his first and biggest track, Beautiful Girls.
Alongside his mother, Janice Turner, also charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and more.
You didn't need to run like that.
We heard from Turner herself in court. We heard from case agents, from several victims who claimed they were all swindled out of high-dollar luxury goods.
Now, it makes you think, growing up with a mom who was caught for doing a similar crime could have influenced Sean. Could she have introduced these kinds of schemes and made it seem like it was okay or normal? Well, in this new case, the evidence showcased that Janice Turner was the one sending the fake payments, even though she said she was just trying to help her son. The jury didn't believe her, knowing that she had done something like this in the past, independent of her son.
Jewelers writing, "What's up with you and all this jewelry, bro? Focus on your craft," according to prosecutors. He responds in another message, "Mother, you don't listen to me, and I told you to make a fake receipt." She says, "Please screenshot and send it to him."
Now, while Sean is responsible for what he did, as he's a grown adult, contrary to what his defense was trying to present him as a childlike figure, but it's hard to ignore his mom, and the history of this kind of situation and getting into trouble with this kind of situation. It's sad when anyone breaks the law, but when a parent who has done it before and has been punished for it before seems to be involved with their grown child in the same kind of crime, it makes you think about the influence they had. And just her mindset. But in the end, Sean made his own choices, and his mom, clearly influenced it and took part in it, but made her own choices too. And they're definitely going to pay the penalty for that. You could say they're both going to jail for a very long time. And hopefully this will help them to change their ways. Now, mommy might get a much longer stretch. And it's evident because them put her in jail already while Sean is still at home with a little, bracelet on him hand, him foot. Tracking thing, but them soon sentence them. It's obvious the mom might get more because she's been convicted of similar things before, So would have proved that she's not rehabilitated. But let me know what you think. I could be crazy and I could be just, blaming the mother. I don't have an issue with my mother, so it's not a person who's just trying to see it, but, something wrong with the mother, but it just don't seem right. So, them want to think, bearing in mind, this guy come out 17 years old, he was a star. But his mother just come out of prison 17-year-old, so that whole journey to becoming a star, which it rough and ugly out there in Hollywood. This little boy was doing it on his own, or with, not with any close family member. Because mother him all, and we can't see that. But yes, people, time on to think, what do you think? When you think, say, this Sean does have a dirty mind, or it come, hereditary. Yeah, people. Thanks for sticking around so long. And yeah, man, as I say, please drop a like, a share, definitely a subscription. And if you have anything to say, drop a comment in the comment section. I will definitely answer. One love, people. Thanks for watching. Bless you.